Mr. Hughes, you say you're stuck between your mother and your ex-girlfriend who are in a heated dispute in court today. Ms. McBirth, you petitioned the court for a DNA test to prove your son, Kakitho Hughes, is not the father of Ms. Jackson's 2-year-old son, Elijah Jackson.
Mr. Hughes has been through a lot before seeking a solution from Judge Lake. Today, he has found himself stuck between his mom, Mrs. McBirth, and his ex. Mrs. McBirth is protective of her son. She does not want him to father someone else's child. Because of this, she came out to set Ms. Jackson straight by bringing her to court and slamming her with a $1,000 lawsuit. Mom is hoping to win the case and also go home with a bag.
Ms. McBirth has been poisoning her son by convincing him he's not the biological father of your child. You claim the timing does add up, and today's paternity test will prove you right.
Ms. Jackson, do you question a mother's protective instinct over her child? She doesn't want her son to be a fake father, she wants him to be a real dad. Moreover, it is funny how women bring up the issue of the timing is right to claim a man is the father of their child. This must have been one of the reasons this woman is out here fighting for her son. Well, Judge Lake is here to set the truth free. Let's see if Ms. Jackson is right.
Piece of evidence, Jerome, may I see that, please? This is a photo of your son and the child in question,
Right.
and you say the child looks nothing like your son.
That baby white as snow. There's no way that could be my grandchild or my son's baby. He has no features like none of us. Nobody in my family looked like that.
Oh wow, Mrs. McBirth came with evidence. A picture. She is not willing to lose this case at all. Ha ha ha. Apparently, the baby does not look like her son or any member of her family. The baby is white as snow. That's so weirdly racist. According to Ms. Jackson, looking at this picture, there is a color contrast between the dad and the child. But who knows? Paternity test results will tell. This is why the show exists.
15, 18 months.
Okay, so a little over a year. Were you in a committed relationship?
I thought we was.
You did, okay. And was he the only person you were intimate with during that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Now she knows she lying.
Can I say
lying.
something?
She lying.
Yes, ma'am.
This DNA right here has been in our life. She's never was a girlfriend. You are a vampire. You are just a fly-by-night. We didn't know anything about you. He's been in a relationship for 10 years.
Okay, you guys were in a relationship for about 15 to 18 months. The relationship must have been between you and your thoughts, because you can't tell if there was any commitment. With all these, you were just a side chick? How did you not know? Or you knew, and you decided to ignore it? Because this man has been in a relationship for 10 years with 2 children. Relationships complicated by trust issues and misunderstandings, like those between Mr. Hughes and Ms. Jackson, can leave emotional scars that are incredibly difficult to heal. If you're watching this right now and notice similar patterns in your relationship, doubts, distrust, frequent arguments, it's vital to intervene immediately. Here's a quick challenge. Imagine your relationship 5 years from now. Is it healthy, thriving, and full of trust, or does it seem broken and filled with regret? If you see any risk of the latter, you owe it to yourself and your partner to try Mend the Marriage, created by relationship expert Brad Browning. This comprehensive, easy-to-follow program helps couples effectively rebuild trust, strengthen communication, and reconnect on a deeper emotional level. Do not gamble with your relationship's future. Scan the QR code on your screen or click the link in the description and begin your journey to a happier relationship today.
All colors, shade.
Elijah
She told me
is very
he wasn't.
white.
She told me she didn't know who the father was. She's changed her story up different times about who's the father. At first, when I first met the girl, she said, okay, I asked her, I said, okay, this is my brother's baby. She said, yes. I said, do you know or do you think? She said, I think.
Ms. Jackson, will it be okay to include gambler in your list of names? As a mother, you are not sure who the father of your child is. Okay, you then are trying to use timing and wild guesses to pin the child on a man. That's wrong. You think Mr. Hughes is the father. Well, it is good you're on this show, so you will be vindicated.
Here's the thing that she does.
It is.
Here's the
I'm sorry.
That's a lie.
Yes, it is.
No,
That's
it's
a lie.
not.
That's a lie.
First of all, she's a liar because you just had a wild sex party that got shut down by the police station last week.
Ms. Jackson, are you sure you are not lying in this courtroom today? What is with the sex party's allegations? You have clearly admitted to this by saying Ms. Terrell should read the police report. Why is there a police report in the first place? The neighbors are complaining too? Haha, Ms. McBirth needs to slow down with her song. Let the results speak.
I just gave him the benefit of the doubt because I'm biracial. My father's white, you know, so
That child is not my son, okay? She got men coming and going in and out of her house.
my
We
father's
don't
a
know.
brown-haired, blue-eyed dude, so.
How you know? He just gonna say that
Blue
because,
eyes.
she gonna freak him after this.
Oh, this is aligning well now. Mr. Hughes's father is biracial. Could be the white genes expressing themselves strongly in the baby's color. But Mr. Hughes, since you know so well what type of girl Ms. Jackson is, why do you have doubts about the child's paternity? Your mom is doing a great job straightening you. But still, we await the results. Hopefully, you don't get spanked by your mom in the end.
Pertaining to 2-year-old Elijah Jackson and whether Mr. Hughes is the father. Mr. Hughes, you are Elijah's.
The results are out. Mr. Hughes is Elijah's father. That's very great news for Ms. Jackson, since she is going to have her son be with his real father, and she will be keeping her money. Mrs. McBirth, DNA results don't lie. The color of the child is not a criterion for denying the paternity of the child. This episode is one where the semblance card has flipped the script. Mrs. McBirth, kindly embrace your grandchild. Haha.
You a lying trick. What did you do?
Because the DNA has spoken for us all.
CPS get called.
You are here today with your 2 sisters because you say you're tired of being lied to by your mother, Ms. Liddell. You all claim she wasn't a good mother and say her promiscuous behavior is the reason you need the results of a paternity test today.
Ms. William has successfully ganged up with her 2 sisters to drag their mother to court today. The reason for this is that she claims her mother constantly lies to her about her father, and she is tired of this. But why will her mother keep lying to her? Well, Judge Lake loves to solve such disputes. Let's have it.
But you say your daughters are being unfair. You claim they're still punishing you for the mistakes you've made in the past, and today you want it to end.
3 sisters against their mother. This must have been a very bumpy ride for Mrs. Liddell. She is tired of this hell. Judge Lake can help relieve her of future stress. The paternity test result is definitely the ultimate tool for working relief. Also, seeing their attitude towards her as unfair is one-sided. Not knowing their true paternity is very unfair too. 2 sides to a coin.
Believing that a certain man was your father?
Yes.
Okay, explain.
Okay, when I was growing up, family members would say, no, he's not your father. It was just a rumor going around that.
Who is that?
James.
Mrs. Liddell is a very different mom. So far, her daughter claims she knows she has been eager, desperately trying to figure out and know who her father is. Mrs. Liddell has seen this as an opportunity to mock her daughter. That's not fair. There's every possibility you grew up knowing your father. Your daughter deserves the same. Meanwhile, James is in court today, the same man who has been playing the father figure. Will the results prove him as her father?
Jasmine went to go see her father because he was, away. That was my first time ever seeing him. And that day when I saw him, I'm knowing, I don't see me at all. This is the saddest thing, Your Honor. After I had my son was 3 months. We go to the gas station. A man notices my mother, but she does not notice him. He calls out her name.
This has been a very serious quest for Lisa, going to visit the so-called father figure, only to come to realize that there is no semblance between you two. That's very hurtful. More so, it was the first time Lisa had seen him. What? How will your daughter's father walk up to you at the gas station and you would not recognize him? Then, some seconds later, you tell her, that's your daddy? This is alarming. Judge Lake has a lot of work to do here.
Lisa stated there was a gentleman. Do you know who her father is?
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest. Jamie, no. Lisa, no. Jasmine, no. I'm not for sure if James is their father, if he's not their father, because I was whorish.
This is difficult to deal with. Mrs. Liddell, the street runner. Do you know who her father is? No? You don't know any? None of the 3 of them? It is a very good thing that Mrs. Liddell is owning up to her crooked lifestyle. She knows she did not love herself and she could not even take care of these girls. So, who is Mr. James? What if he isn't a father to any of them?
Do you believe you are these young girl's biological father? Do you believe that?
Deep in my heart, Your Honor, and I hate to say it, and it's hurting me to say it too, but no, I do not.
You don't act like it, so it shouldn't be hurting you. He said no. You don't act like it. You sure don't act like it.
What are your doubts? What are your doubts based
You don't believe he's your daddy?
I always had the doubt in my heart. When I met their mom, he was living a type of lifestyle as a
This is getting a little intense. So, Mr. James Williams is in court today via a video call. His standpoint is that he does not believe he is the father of these girls. Miss Street Runner was a party girl and was living a very fast life. She had laid with a lot of people. To lose track of who got her pregnant and even at what time, it is going to be a long search for these girls' fathers, if Mr. James is not at least one.
Why did you miss it, Jamie? Because I was a piece of I'm not gonna keep down on myself, but I didn't care about y'all.
Oh,
I'm keeping it real. Y'all want me to keep it real? I didn't care about y'all.
Thank you
because
for
y'all was in my way of doing what I wanted to do.
She told me she should have aborted me. She said I'm not her daughter. She should have aborted me.
I sure did. I sure said that because you know what?
Miss Liddell, hold on.
Mrs. Liddell must have had to live with her demons for so long that she did not care about her daughters. The way she talks shows she is bothered so much more about herself and her peace. However, the girls have a longing desire to know their father. Their manner of approach kept poking Mrs. Liddell till she found her way to this court. Hopefully, the DNA results will save the day.
Comes to Miss Jasmine Williams. Mr. Williams, you are her father.
The long-awaited results are here. Mr. James Williams is Jasmine's father. At least one down, two to go. Hopefully, Lisa and Jamie can get to know their father someday. Mrs. Liddell has to seek restitution with herself and these girls for the search to be a possibility. Does this result sound good to Jasmine? Well, Judge Lake has done her bit on this case. What a show.
I kept telling you I don't know. Yeah, we was young. Why you didn't say I could be a child 8 or 9 years old? Oh no, he's not your daddy. I'm blood on the street. No.
Of babies having babies, teenagers. This is upsetting. With that said, Miss Sism, you and your teenage daughter, Destinee, are here to prove that Anthony Taylor is the father of your daughter's 8-month-old son, Osiris. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
This particular episode is about teenagers having babies, more like babies having babies. Mrs. Sisson has brought her daughter to court today to prove that Mr. Anthony is the father of her 8-month-old baby. Mrs. Riley claims she is sure her son is not the father. Technically, this is a clash between two grandmothers, where one is certainly a grandma and the other seems like she is in denial.
You truly believe Anthony is this child's father?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've changed the course of your life by having this baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did your mother know you were having sex?
No, Your Honor. When I would call Des on her cell phone, she'll say she's at her friend's house. So that's what I was believing.
She was sneaking at my house.
On to the main players. In this case, the teenagers. Destinee believes Mr. Anthony is the father of her son. She knows she has put a lot of responsibility on herself by having this child. She knows the new course of her life now. Everyone knows that teenagers can be very sneaky. Her mom had no idea she was having sex. Only thing is that she was always at her friend's place whenever her mom called.
I see her walking with another guy. My son at school, this is before Destinee said anything about you was pregnant. Next thing you know, I find out my son come telling me that she told him that she pregnant. How is that? You just came around 2 weeks ago? And he was messing with another girl at the time.
Oh, wow. So Destinee is quite an adventurous gal. Mr. Anthony's mother had seen her walking with another guy some time ago. Okay, it could have been a mere stroll. Walking with someone has never led to babies. It takes a process of intercourse to have a baby. But she must have a point. Destinee had been seeing another guy. Meanwhile, Mr. Anthony was not in the picture then. He only came around 2 weeks before her conception.
Miss Riley's house where she's going to have. You don't know. She just saying, I'm going over my friend.
That's all I know.
That's where I am.
That's all
So you don't even know about Anthony.
No.
You think your daughter's a virgin.
She was a virgin when she met Anthony. So, therefore, yes, it's Anthony's baby. And that's what we're here for, to get this DNA.
It's not my grandbaby.
Okay, don't claim.
Mrs. Riley is here with her sword and shield. She is out for blood in this courtroom today. Woman, how can you vouch for your daughter that she was a virgin till she met Anthony? She just clearly stated that you didn't know she was already having sex. She was already having sex way before you knew it. Keep fighting till the result is out, ma'am.
Remember, and they told me, went to the doctor, pregnant. I broke down, I have a nervous breakdown. I had to be in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
Mrs. Sisson had a nervous breakdown after confirming her daughter was pregnant. The news must have been very shocking. More so, hearing it from a family member first. Destinee hides a lot from her mother. Hopefully, these DNA results don't throw her into a coma this time. Let's hope these results favor her, or else Judge Lake might need to call an ambulance.
You are Cyrus' biological father.
Yes, I do.
You do believe that?
Yes.
And tell me why.
Because I picked Destinee and I took her virginity, and I felt like I was was getting into a lot of trouble and things that was happening, and I felt like I needed another person that like got me like my blood.
The heat is getting intense in this courtroom. These two grandmothers are not taking it easy with each other. Mr. Anthony has been invited to put a calm to this. Manning up, he has confessed to taking Destinee's virginity. Mrs. Sisson might just have a valid point as regards this. And Mr. Anthony probably had this all planned out, judging by his lifestyle on the streets after just losing his cousin. He wanted his legacy to continue, so he planted a seed in Destinee.
What's on in your mind and why you would make this decision?
My son, he's been through a lot. His dad and his life left him when he was about 6 years old. All I asked, Your Honor, was for the DNA. That's all I ever wanted to know, so my son can have a life.
It is every good mother's dream to see their kids have a good life, just like these two women here. Both of them have great hopes for their children, but the children made decisions that have put them in this position of responsibility now. Mr. Anthony had most of his life without his father, and that has had an impact on him. This cannot be undone. The DNA results can only shed some light on this issue, just like Mrs. Riley wants.
This court, Mr. Taylor, you are his father.
Now, I told you. Care of it.
I got another. Taken care of. And at the end of the day, that is my grandson. I'm still gonna take care of.
Great. The DNA results are in, and Mr. Anthony Taylor is the father. This is great news for the Sissons and Mr. Anthony himself. He surely had his plans, and Destinee gave him her all. Mrs. Sisson had her virtue play out by defending her daughter's integrity in court today. This is another episode of a happy ending with one bitter taker. Judge Lake is at her very best again.
I'm furious! Your daughter's putting her dreams, opening her legs, trying to get a dream up between her legs instead of having a dream in her mind. And you want to argue with this woman across this courtroom. Come on now. It would be different if you were just a young man sowing your oats. All these women know that, listen, I'm a dating man, I'm single, but you're not single. You are married to her.
So now it was an accident.
Okay.
So now it was an accident.
And so,
right.
And so,
Mr. Wallace must be delusional. How in this world would you have a wife and claim you're single? I mean, you are married, sir, and your wife is in this courtroom right now. You got married by accident? How does that even happen? You have 3 children with her and a family too. Judge Lake has a lot to do with Mr. Wallace. Hopefully, he gets his head straightened today.
other child with Ms. Austin.
The kids, I love my kids dearly, but
So, let me ask you this.
Correction, he's lying because he was texting me, telling me how he still loved me.
Wait a minute. Mr. Wallace loves his children dearly. No, pause. He has a child with Ms. Austin too, and his love is for his children, not their mothers. What must have made this happen? Ms. Reed, he texted you to tell you he loves you just about a week ago, right? Mr. Wallace, was the text a mistake too? Because you seem to be prone to a lot of emotional accidents. Or rather, you make decisions by accident.
Probably just follow what he tells me, what he's saying.
You falling for what he, but if you hear what he's done and all of these accounts of all you all are telling the same.
Oh wow, Mr. Wallace must be a smooth talker and not just a Casanova for Ms. Austin to keep falling for whatever he says. Or Ms. Austin just has very weak knees. It is really difficult to understand why she has fallen for a man who has a bad record. With all the evidence, you still decide to fall? Then there is very little anyone can do to help. You are going to keep falling.
You were asked, other than what you told me, any other women in the past 3 months, women that weren't involved in this case, indicated that you were telling the truth.
Mr. Wallace is a very active Casanova who has his sweet words, it would seem. These words must have a very subtle way of getting women to lay on their backs and spread their legs as soon as they are swept off their feet. After having 3 women in your life, you still had sex with 4 other women in the last 3 months. Thanks for not lying to the lie detector.
A liar.
Thank you.
A cheater.
You
a
is too.
heartbreaker. No, don't say I am
on
nothing.
you because you cheat on me. Back to hands of time, I would have did more things when I was.
Is that
Cheat on your wife
yes,
more.
I would do it again.
Because you feel
because
like
she cheated on me. She slept with my friends.
Haha, Mr. Wallace needs to be straightened. How come you are lying and still letting everyone know you are lying? You lie to get women to fall for you and then, boom, you cheat. The blame shouldn't just go to you at this point, but also to the women who fall for you. They eventually have to end up like Miss Reed now, having to deal with you calling her names and a cheat.
Came here for my kids. I never had a father.
Take your time.
I never had anybody show me how to be a man or.
Oh, you are crying now? Mr. Wallace, don't even shed those tears right here. The way you were brought up without a father has not given you the leverage to live freely. What about your kids? Do you want them to have a father who treats women wrongly? No, it is not right, and Judge Lake has shown you that bad behavior would not be encouraged in her courtroom.
I'm just here for my kid. Where I'm from, the way that I treat women, that's the only thing that's accepted from where I'm from. Just need help, just need help.
What do you want from this? We didn't have to come.
I want to be a better father.
Great choice. You want to be a great father and role model for your kids. That is the key to fatherhood and changing your story. A very good dad is the best gift you can give your kids. Owning up to your flaws and making the effort to correct them is a very good move. Wait a minute, is Mr. Wallace just being a smooth talker again?
Mr. Wallace, you are the father. Go.
The DNA result is out. Is it great news or bad news? Mr. Wallace is the father of the child. Another baby was added to Mr. Wallace's babies. How will he deal with this? Ms. Roberts clearly does not think this news is great. Well, this is what he gets for being the smooth talker.
You know, it ain't been nothing but like favorite they done said about him and stuff. He is an innocent baby. Like, so I don't want my kids to grow up not having no father in their life.
You have dragged the defendant, Mr. Stewart, into court today to prove that he is the father of your newborn son, 1-month-old Lamar. You say you are shocked that he's denying he's baby Lamar's biological dad, especially since you discovered he's the one leading a double life. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Exposing a newborn baby to this kind of experience in the courtroom is honestly not good enough. Before getting intimate with one another, maybe try to understand who the other person is. Why would Ms. Dallas claim that Mr. Stewart is the father of her newborn, whereas Mr. Stewart says he has doubts because she has multiple men? When you knew this about her, why sleep with her in the first place?
Your house, you said you have a house, you own it. And he was like, you know, I have unwanted company there. So I'm like, unwanted company? I'm like, you got a girlfriend? He like, no. I'm like, you have a baby mom there? He like, no. I'm like, you got a wife? And then he was like, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's when he proceeded to tell me like, oh, they are separated, they're going through a divorce.
So, Mr. Stewart?
Yes.
Oh, this all started from casual dating to having to spend time in beds in rented rooms. Mr. Stewart was on a cheating agenda. Ms. Dallas was tired of renting rooms. Therefore, she asked questions that had no as answers until a yes came up. You are married and you cheated unapologetically. Mr. Stewart looks like a little boy who has just been caught in the act of doing something extremely wrong.
A single man.
No, I wouldn't act. Yeah, yes. Yes, Your Honor. Sorry about that.
I'm glad you just went on ahead and told the truth.
I had to think about it.
Okay, so you were out there acting like a single man, but you were married.
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you getting a divorce then?
I wasn't in, I didn't have it filed, but in my head, yeah, I was getting a divorce.
What does this man even mean? You had not filed for a divorce yet, but in your head, you were getting a divorce. So that gave you the leverage to cheat? Oh, cool. But if that's so, why then was it difficult for you to tell Ms. Stewart at the very instant you met her? It never came up? This is a funny man right here who has no solid excuse for what he has done.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah, every day he would come over there when he get off work. Only time he probably went to his house and when he went to go change his clothes or put on his work clothes.
Mr. Stewart, during this time, were you still intimate with your wife?
No, not at the time. Like, we were, you know, like, I don't know how to put it, but it's like, we were living together, but we were having problems of our own, you know?
Come on, man. You were seeing her every day while you had your wife at home. You just went home to have a change of clothes and you're back with Ms. Stewart? What did you tell your wife? Where did you say you were going? Ms. Stewart must have been a very sweet lady for you to run away from home.
Yes, I did have second thoughts, but once everything started hitting the floor, like, I was already pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I love Cedric, you know, and he was telling me, like, I'm gonna do the divorce, we're gonna have a house, you know, all this, we're gonna raise our son together, you know.
The way the pregnancy crept up at the time Ms. Stewart realized he was married really tied her down. He had been assuring her that he was getting a divorce and they'd move in together so they could raise their son. Okay, that's a great plan. Why are you then denying the child if you had such great plans for her and her baby?
You're married to your wife, you were happy your mistress was pregnant.
Yes.
Do you have any other children?
Yes.
You do, how many?
3.
With your wife?
No.
Hold up, Mr. Stewart. You have 3 kids, but not with your wife. This man is a professional cheat. You are here, complaining that Ms. Dallas has multiple men. You have multiple women too, with kids. How come the men on paternity court have multiple women, but complain about their side chick having multiple men? Judge Lake to the rescue on this case.
It was the same friend that sent him naked pictures of herself to him, telling him that I was, sleeping around with somebody else. So why wouldn't she say that she want to sleep with you?
Did the friend send you naked pictures, Mr. Stewart?
Yes, Your Honor. But
so don't you believe that would discredit?
Yeah, that's why I did. Yeah, that's one of my doubts.
This is a wild case. Mr. Stewart needs to give this courtroom a break. So your doubts started as a result of Ms. Stewart's associate giving you and your yet-to-be-divorced wife unverified information. At the same time, she sent you her nudes. How efficient. Hopefully she sent them to your wife too, since, it is part of the information.
3 children of his own that he has neglected to take care of her children.
No, that's not true, because me and him take the baby over there and my other kids to go see my daughter and his son. You always say that, Roberta. No, you're not gonna do him like that. Try to say he don't do for his kids because he with me.
I've been with this man for 14 years.
Okay,
I know.
And I've been with him for the past year.
Every time on paternity court, the women are fighting each other and the man is always on the sidelines watching them. Meanwhile, he is the cause of the whole predicament. Mr. Stewart has successfully done this again. These women have to be on the same page so they can address this issue the proper way. Anyway, the results are in and it knows best.
Stewart, you are the father.
Hey, I told you, baby. I told you. I ain't got no reason to lie at all.
The results are in, and Mr. Stewart is the father of the child. That's great news for Ms. Dallas. Hopefully, Mrs. Stewart will take this as an opportunity to resolve the issues with her husband and embrace her reality. Good luck to this family. They have a long way to go to resolve their issues. Finally, Judge Lake remains the hero of the show once again.
Your son is gonna grow up amidst this level of toxic behavior. And I'm talking to you because I can see that these 2 women will go on until kingdom come, arguing back and forth about what Cedric gonna do, what Cedric gonna do. I'm so sick of hearing your name.
Ms. Rubin, you and your sister are here today because you say that the defendant, Mr. Davis, the man you've always been told was your dad, is now stating that he is not your biological father. You say his actions are motivated by greed and he has torn your family apart. Mr. Davis.
This seems like a very regular case on the show at this point. Sounds more like he needs the proof of paternity to continue his responsibility. However, cases like this come with a lot of surprises. The Rubins are here to prove that Mr. Davis is their biological father, as they have been told. Could Mr. Davis's switch in belief be driven by greed, or does he truly have his legitimate reasons?
The reason why I treated Cheryl the way I treated her, because her mother slept around.
You was a liar.
Your mother did sleep. Okay, first of all, neither one of you all was in there when it started, okay? She had 3 kids before I met her.
Okay,
she had you 3, supposedly had you 3 with me.
Mr. Davis sounds unapologetic for whatever he has done to Ms. Cheryl Rubin. He claims he is aware that he treated her siblings better than her. His reason is that their mother slept around. The children cannot know for sure if she did, although they have to verify his claims too. No need to worry, this court is known to solve such issues. Today, their doubts will be cleared and the truth exposed.
We embraced them. Matter of fact, I treated her like gold, just like my oldest child.
If I'm your golden child, you would have been there for your golden child.
Really?
Even if you not giving that money, call, come see. Every time I talk to him, he ain't got no money to do nothing.
You never talk to me.
Quite complicated. Devoting your fatherly love to only 2 out of 3 children. That speaks a lot of volumes. The 3rd will definitely feel left out. That is why they are in court right now. Even Janita says your claims of treating her like a golden child is false. This is because you never had time for her and you never checked on her. There really is a lot of truth to be unraveled in this case.
I lost my father to prostate cancer. I lost my mother to sepsis.
So there are various illnesses in your family, and you are concerned.
I'm concerned for my kids because, like I said, my daddy died of prostate cancer. But he treated them like I'm treating them. He treated me the same way.
Out of the goodness of your heart, you needed to protect your children. You did not want them to die of the same diseases your parents died from. That is great and enviable fatherly love. But what about the finances you just mentioned? The bills have been killing you. Could these bills be a disease you are also trying to prevent? It's understandable to know if you don't want to die from this type of disease.
To understand is this whole issue with you and the DNA test and wanting to know whether or not you're really their father, is this really about the illnesses
basis, or is this about this huge
It's both.
child support debt?
It is both. It is both. Regardless of what they want to say, and neither one outweighs the other.
As always, Judge Lake and her great question. What is this DNA test about? Mr. Davis has come to court today to claim he is not Cheryl's father and wants to confirm the paternity of the other children. But that's not all he wants. He claims he wants the DNA test because of a family history of some diseases. Yet he is very exhausted from paying child support. Come straight and clean, sir. What's the truth?
One of it is they take it. I've been married to Johnny 22 years. Never an income tax check has came into our house. It goes to y'all. I don't know where. I filed with my husband, with my 3 children that I have. They took it. It took me 3 years to fight to get back $700 for my 3 children, of my money.
Oh, Mrs. Davis sounds like a very good woman. She understands that her husband has been paying child support, and she has ensured he does. In fact, their paychecks go directly to the kids, and she has tried her very best to be a supportive woman. Mr. Davis has a good woman around him to support him, and she has come to prove that in court today.
No, because she ain't never lied to me, not one time in my life.
So you have a good regard
Are you here
for Ms.
because it's child support? Be honest.
No, darling. I'm not just here because of child support, no. And I would just tell you.
For you
and I got love for you too.
This courtroom can't wait for the DNA results to be out, so the controversies will be cleared. The Davis family seems to be here because of the child support, but they are letting other sentiments surface. However, Mama Bear right here, Mrs. Davis, claims that's not true, and she professed her love for her children right in front of the court. More so, she is not a liar.
Cheryl Rubin, this court has determined that you are her father.
You already knew that.
Oh, snap, Mr. Davis. You are Miss Cheryl's biological father. You might not be getting saved from the child support illness after all. You are their biological father, the 3 of them. It is time to face reality once again on this show, Mr. Davis. Face your reality, buckle up, and pay your bills. Hopefully, Mrs. Davis stands by you. Look at that. Judge Lake has saved the day once again.
Making amends for this and start changing it. I wish you the best. Court is adjourned.
These results are really upsetting. I mean, there's some good points and there's some bad points. The good points are I now know they're all 3 of my children. There's no denying that. The bad points is my relationship hasn't been repaired with them.